with the song with Mahalia Jackson on my spirit, Trouble of This World. And then I woke up with the song with Tremaine Hawkins, Holy One. Those are one of many of my favorite songs that I like to play in the morning, and I played them this morning. Yesterday morning was an R&B hip hop song. So I have different varieties of taste of music because music soothes my soul. But what I'm trying to give across to you all, and that brings joy to me too, but what I'm trying to get across to you all is that when you look at things and start to view your own self. See, we don't want to talk about ourselves. We want to talk about everybody else. We don't want to put that monkey in the middle about what's going on with us and what we're dealing with. We want to point our finger about how you doing. No, it's time to put the microscope and the telegram on ourselves about what we doing within ourselves, how we doing. Are we bringing joyfulness into our lives? We're practicing these practices every single day. We get up in the morning. Are we at our best? No, we're not at our best. Do we find joy throughout the day? If you choose to, it's a choice to find joy. It's a choice to open up your eyes and wake up. Some people walk through life mad all the time. Some people walk through life frustrated. Some people walk through life angry, frustrated, and bitter all the time. And they don't know what joyful feel like. You say to them, they're going to murk at you and just say things out of content to kind of bring you down, but you have to look beyond that. And a lot of times you have to shake that mess off, because whatever they may be going through, it has nothing to do with you. Clearly, you may have said something that regulates something in their spirit. It has nothing to do about happiness. Some people don't want to hear about happiness. Some people don't want to be jolly. Some people don't want to be happy, and they're gonna say, "What is it to be happy for?" Because their spirit is standing there, and their soul has no nourishment inside of them. So that's what you're going to get out of some folks. Some people are not morning people. Some people are not happy. Some people don't have a positive spirit about them. They just go through life with the same routine, same mindset, same perspective, same attitude, just angry, bitter, and frustrated, and think the world owes them something. The world don't owe you anything. I'm going to tell you this why. Because everything that you go through from this point on can be a trigger point for somebody else. This is why you pour goodness in people's lives. Some people don't want you to talk nice to them. Some people don't want you to be positive to them. Some people want you to be cautious. Some people don't even speak. That's how bad some people is. And when you speak to them or say something that nourish them and is neutral, they reciprocate that away because of how they are and where their mindset is. This is why you love people and respect them and let them go. Just don't argue with them. Don't fight with them. When you try to figure out people, you're going to be sitting here all day long trying to figure out what's going on with this person, why you can't make them happy. You can't be a people pleaser, because you're going to drain yourself out doing so much. Who's going to be pouring back into you when you're pouring out to other people? Let that resonate. Who's going to be pouring back into you when you done poured out to other people? And what I've been seeing has been a number zero so far, because you done poured out to people, and all of a sudden, when it's your turn, it's nobody pouring back into you. And that is the most saddest and most heartfelt situation I've seen this far in this life. We have to remember that everybody is an individual. We have to remember everybody is somebody, mama, daddy, auntie, uncle, or cousin, or sister, and brother, or whatever the situation, or you may be the only child, but everybody is an individual. Everybody has feelings. Everybody has emotions. Certain things you may say to a person, they may not understand what you're saying to them, nor would they reciprocate what you're saying, because you feel it's in your mind that, hey, this person's going to get what I'm telling them. They don't like it. That's too bad. No, that's not how you go on the road like that. You got to have people understand, and if they choose not to understand, that's on them. They made a choice within themselves and say, hey, this is who I am, and this is what I'm going through, and this and that. I'm like, okay, everything's going on in people's lives are very shaky and equivalent, and we have all struggling with some type of being joyfulness in our life. Someone's dealing with identity crisis. I'm dealing with self-esteem crisis. So many people are dealing with so many different things that they have forgotten who they are, what they stand for, what they believe in. It is so much going on inside that mind of theirs. It's like a battlefield, and it's like on and on fighting and wrestling. Who am I? What am I doing? Am I doing this right? Am I doing this correctly? Am I making progress? Am I growing? Am I moving? Am I doing things that I need to do to improve myself? And I tell you this, everybody, when you start to see these things come into an equation or into a whole channel, you'll be surprised at things that you will develop. You'll be surprised at things that you will share. You'll be surprised at the outcome of certain situations. It'll amaze you the things that come out of your mouth, because you're simply allowing what you thought that did not exist come to the forefront. And that forefront is, I'm going to be honest of who I am and what I stand for, and I'm going to continue to apply being joyfulness to my life, and I'm going to pour it around the lives of other people. Most people are like, Remarkable, you're saying a whole lot of stuff that don't make no sense. That's fine. That's why you listen and start comprehending this stuff and take good notes about the things that I'm saying, because everybody's mindset and everybody's perspective of what I'm saying is different. People have different beliefs. People have different opinions. That's a part of life. If we were all the same, it would be very boring. I'm going to tell you that, no lie. It'll be very boring, because everybody's thinking the same and nobody's growing and nobody's improving, because everybody's doing the same thing. No, you need some action, you need some color, you need some flavor to it. You need some flavor and some stuff that is going to give you some nourishment and give you a different perspective on looking at it. And when you learn something new every day, it comes natural. Like if I talk to somebody, but the way I talk, they may feel some type of way about what I'm saying, because they feel like, oh, it's a threat, or it feel like I'm offended them. This is how folks think, and they don't want to listen either, because they feel like it's an issue or a problem or whatever it is that may be causing them to feel these emotions and fears. I don't want to listen because it doesn't seem familiar, or I don't want to listen because it's not. We're on a time right now where we have to learn how to know each other and understand each other. We have to know, understand each other, stop passing judgment on our fellow brothers and sisters, because we're all still learning every day, learning new every day. Don't let your degrees, don't let your position get the best of you, because turn around, you got to turn around and go back the other way now and recorrect some of these mistakes and rechannel these places that you shouldn't have left hanging high and dry. We got to remember these things now. You have to remember how you made a person feel, how you made a person look at you, how you made a person view you. You have to understand these things now. What I'm saying to you, everybody, this is true concrete evidence that we have to be very mindful how we make people feel. Yes, you may have a strong opinion and have a strong viewpoint, but sometimes you're going to have to shut up. And I had to learn that for myself, to shut up and be quiet and be observant to a lot of things, because Minister Johnson is not always right. Sometimes you put your foot in your mouth and it comes back and kick you in the mouth. How would I say that? You put your foot in your mouth and it comes back and kick you in the mouth because you're saying stuff that's completely obliterative. What I'm teaching everybody today is learning how to listen to people, learning how to understand people, understanding that these things that we are seeing are really becoming a real issue, and it develops a structure of, I need to start doing what is correct and stop being so way up here. You're gonna have to tone that down a little bit. Stop trying to be high. Oh, listen here. Stop. Everybody needs help. Nobody's better than nobody. And if you say you're better than somebody, I need you to go sit down somewhere and go and be quiet, because you ain't better than nobody. I had to learn that the hard way. This is why I don't call myself diva no more. And this is why I start calling myself queen. Because that title that I had was making me be a little bit beside myself. This and that. And at the end of the day, it's about me. It's about what God wants for his children, his purpose, his will, all these things. This ain't about me. My name is Latricia Johnson, Minister Johnson, at that. Why you think I don't talk about Remarkable Queen of Inspiration no more, or I illustrate myself as queen? Because that label, they're just showing my personality and how I think and how this and that. No, I had to tone that down and really look at myself and say, hey, Trisha, are you doing the best you can as being yourself? Are you being joyful in your life? Are you really being honest with yourself about some of the things you're doing in your life? What situations you have to correct within yourself? And I had to be honest and say, I am correcting a lot of situations that I messed up on. And I have to be honest with myself and identify that I jacked up some stuff. I jacked up, but I'm woman enough to own up to my mess, because that's the person I am right now. I had to be honest to open up about my mess. I had to be open and honest to open up myself in the mess that I was seeing, because it was polluting me, intoxicating me in such strange factor. And when you are honest and open enough to say, hey, I jacked up some stuff, I need to go back and clean that mess up, that's the most difficult thing you could ever do. And you're like, how in the world can you be a dog? How can you feel being joyful, beneficiary in your life? How can you feel all these different aspects happening for you if you are not willing to be honest with yourself? A lot of people think of the spirit are competitors. A lot of people don't see their self. They see what they want to see. They do what they want to do. They do what they want to do. And that caused a lot of problems. I mean, I had to look at myself in the mirror, honestly, everybody, and say, dang, Remarkable, are you doing the best you can? And people had to come and tell me about myself. And I had to correct myself on my bullcrap. And I find myself alone, but it's okay because I'm honest about who I am now. I'm not trying to impress nobody, and I'm doggone shit ain't trying to convince anybody about the things I got going on, because I am improving each and every day, and I'm doing things that really benefit me in the long run. I come to tell you this, everybody. Everything that I ever did, anything that I ever accomplished or dealt with has caused me to really understand some of these key points in my life. So what I want to do and inspire into you is it's time for you to improve you. It's time for you to take off the mask, stop faking the funk, stop pretending that you somebody that you're not. I need you to really be honest about some of the stuff you're dealing with. Now, some of you got a lot of different personalities, including myself, so I'm honest about mine, and I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Everybody else. And we are all accountable for our actions. I need you to be honest with yourself. Like, what to really feel these emotions and feelings in your life? So as I close, everybody, I want you to think about what I'm saying to you. I have to come and ask myself. I got to go back and watch my videos. Like, did I say that? Am I doing this right? Am I living this right? Am I saying things that's correctly? I had to think about these things when it comes out of my mouth, because I'm held accountable for these actions and things that comes out of my mouth, because that's who I am. And I'm really honest about who I am now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you all here. Hopefully y'all can hear me talking in this video, hopefully. If not, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to do something different. All right, so I love you all. See you all back here at 8 p.m. this evening for 40 days, 40 nights. We're gonna get into scripture. We're gonna have another heart-to-heart conversation. So make sure you all tune in. You are more than welcome to jump on the Zoom call. I encourage you to do that. Take on this challenge, ladies and gentlemen. All right, God bless you. I love you. Have an amazing